content I did last time.
We say content, but it's more context.
So we just had to go back through all the stuff we did last episode and basically do that. So I'm deleting the older at this point. We're not going to be streaming for a couple of days. However, that was already kind of expected.
We did want to stream before.
We left out of town for the weekend or week or however you want to look at it.
Whatever. But before we left, before we worked out.
I'll be streaming again as soon as possible. Although I think there's only like an episode or two left after this. So yeah, we're
done with free time entirely. I think
time is utterly silent, and yet it damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
I won't.
Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
I'm gonna start singing.
So, please meet up in the usual spot.
All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. That was me talking.
I'm gonna frame Donald Duck for me!
Of course. I'm going to make sure to save this time because I don't know how the fuck I managed to fuck it up last time. It's been a minute. Let's fucking go!
Why are we just singing that?
Whoa! Byakuya and Makoto showed up together!
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without work.
We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? You bunch of dumb dummies. Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What are you? Lisa and Nelson?
I barely rank you above my donkey child. Look at my rubber duck that I couldn't let pass.
Like, I mean, come on, what am I, Ralph?
You're Millhouse.
No! I can't be Millhouse.
Wait, are you jealous?
Of course I am.
Also, doesn't Lisa end up with Millhouse in the end anyway?
No, all those episodes are non-canon. The only canon future episode implies that she actually gets with Nelson.
I mean...
If Hifumi was here, he would probably interject with some actual information here, but I'm just going to have to trust Toko at this point, which is never something I thought I'd say.
Well, I mean, I only watch Bob's Burgers, so it's like, whatever.
Sean the non-believer. I will feed her to the magical Leopleurodons.
Magical Leopleurodon. Oh god, that could
it was on it. Magical Leopleurodons. Sean, anyway.
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself.
Oh.
But
wait for the dumbest thing.
We stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Right?
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or I'm using my dude.
Or what? Jesus!
I feel like it used to have more nuance, but now it's just fucking jump It's dumb jump though.
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? I don't have all the time in the world, you know. Yes, you do. You live here.
You're so full of shit because you're so full of yourself and your shit.
What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. What?
In other words...
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
Usually I would just shoot the non-believer. I mean, punish the
dragon.
Student. But I have to have them here for plot purposes.
What are you talking about? Everyone is here, numbnuts. We've all been waiting for you.
I don't see Rey Mysterio here.
I clearly remember that Rey Mysterio was part of your party. Did you sell his card off to get more WWE coins? But you're wrong! But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. And like Kyoko, shut the fuck up.
She opens the door, you go flying across the room.
I was joking, but okay. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. My Kyoko voice is now just Snake. And Wesker.
Yeah, it's Wesker, but like slightly...
Chris!
It's Wesker, but like slightly later.
We heard the voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
I'm here, and no rules been broken.
And here's my theme song.
It's almost as good as Chris. I mean Makoto. Kyoko!
I want someone to draw somewhere with Kyoko as Wesker and Makoto as Chris.
That'd be fucking hilarious. I might have to commission that. That's hilarious. I might have to commission that and make that the thumbnail for this video. That's hilarious. Write that down.
Kyoko, you're still alive?
No! That's a ghost! Zoinks, fam!
Oh, you poor stupid child.
Ghosts are not real. Stop talking. We all know the only ghost is a Herb Powell, voiced by Danny DeVito. Did you mean a different kid? No, I'm gonna stand by this because I made that. I brought it up, so therefore, as the Simpsons archivist, that makes me correct.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're dating this in the future.
Yeah.
You're predicting that Danny DeVito is going to be like the next major celebrity to die, so you're relevant before you're relevant.
Obviously, that's what Toko's doing. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. Trial? What am I, fucking stupid? Trial! You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But is it okay if there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? If you want to be a cunt, I'm serving it
on your own time.
If you want to be a cunt, I'm serving it. Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. I'm sitting here looking at the corner. No talk, me angry. Someone needs to do that art piece too, of that one little Kit Kat.
just take the little Kit Kat and just make one half black.
No talk, me ink. Because that's what this sprite is. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monaco was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! Yes, boy toy. That is your official designation. So you really didn't die?
God, I'm glad you're okay. That was just like
What? Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right! Now you gotta deal with a ghosty goo!
You're starting to
I told you, stop talking, or I'm going to turn you into the new Frank Grimes!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, afraid that he's going to be frozen to death by her fucking glare, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call, who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when the crowd.
Just so that the next person can die, and then they can all blame me, I'll be like, what? No. While the blood drips from my hand, and I drop the knife, and I'll be like, oh no, I can't believe I dropped my knife. And everyone's gonna look at me, and then I'm gonna die.
I'll just make sure to kill the next person with my favorite hair, and then I'll just
Never let anyone touch it.
and I'll just throw it away, and then no one will ever see it, and no one will ever get the murder with it.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Hello, I am just standing here aggressively A-posing. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
So, I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go into a trial completely uninformed, can I?
I mean, you can. It would be
So that's
smart.
why you were late. I feel like her voice is kind of dropping.
However,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
I feel like all these characters' voices are dropping, except for maybe Heroes.
Well, Hero's voice is super easy to do. It's just literally this. It's literally just going up an octave higher and making sure all of my words are a little slurred so that they're a little bit harder to tell that I'm not actually saying anything of interest. Ghost, 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 orb, 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 spirit, round. Round. Byakuya is just the British accent, but just done prissing. And the Kyoko is robot boys. And then there's another character. Oh, Toko's voice is just going a little deep and a little like, ooh, but actually not ooh. I miss doing the voices of like Taka. Taka's voice was super fun to do! God, I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing a bunch of voices in Danganronpa 2, and then it's gonna be like, now they're all dead. Now you're stuck with Byakuya again.
Oh, God.
You're stuck with Byakuya and the voice that you do that is just Hero's voice, but with like an Irish accent. And then like 2 characters Nathaniel voices, and that's all you get for half the game.
There might be a character that you might do an Irish accent for that might be neat. But I don't know how you're gonna feel about this. I personally really like the surviving cast too, but I don't know how you're
I like the surviving cast in this game, but obviously I don't know the surviving cast too, so we'll see. The only character that actively annoys me here, like I said all the way off stream, is Byakuya. All the rest I enjoy at least to some degree, although Toko I only enjoy because of our jokes.
wrong.
But we also like Jill, so.
Actually, to be precise, not
In
quite.
other words,
I use Monokuma's secret tool, his penis, which can open any lock in the school, his Swiss Army penis. What? You were just carrying around the penis.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing?
Doring. What are you
Hurry
doing?
Hurry up before we get in trouble with Mangula.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses, kisses. That feels really weird coming from you. I know. Toodaloo.
I'm trying to, what do you humans say, butter you up.
So you won't realize that I've stabbed you in the gut. Because of all the butter.
So you realize I didn't kill Muguro.
Right now I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? Well, that's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, that's all. Because I'm probably going to make the wrong choice in this episode.
Because she's probably the one.
Unless the reveal her lie thing is there like a little pop-up like, do you reveal Kyoko's lie? Yes, no. You know, and it's not like, oh, I actually have a truth bullet for this situation. Better use it. And then I use it, and then everyone fucking gets ganked.
Yeah, it's not until B3.
I'm sure. B3 sounds like it's garbage.
That's fun garbage.
It's a dumpster fire.
Not you.
I see. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Watch us have to make like 40 episodes of B3 because of how fucking garbage it is.
Do you know what the right choice is in that situation?
About Kyoko's lie?
Uh,
Vaguely don't reveal that she's lying.
I would prefer, I will not say either.
I know you won't. And the door slid shut. The button over there looks like a little face. This time the clicking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again.
Remember all the cool characters that were here, and now they're just not? There's Sakura. Sakura's cool.
I do miss Sakura. I can't imagine you ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution.
I bet you missed doing Sakura's voice too.
It's just an Australian accent. I'm sure I'll find 7 characters that could work for it too.
Still.
We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, as one does. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. No, it was the illuminating light of dread. The blinding light of despair. Yeah, okay. Oh, how do you go from, like, Greek to Egyptian to, like,
This.
vaguely oceanic to this fucking monstrosity that hurts my eyes? Junko's like, I wasted all the budget on the cool shit, so let's just... and threw a paint bucket roll. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this.
It kind of has.
The time for pointless jokes and jabs is past. Except for you, Byakuya. You suck. Let's get on with the show.
I can't wait for you.
I don't even know. I can still do my Python voice. Blah blah blah. It's a deadly fucking everything. A deadly poop. Does anyone remember Sayaka? Or Celeste? Or, oh fuck, I forgot about this part of the game. No? Okay. Increases bullet capacity. The focus gauge recovers more quickly, effective during the non-stop debate, Hangman's Gambit, and the bullet time battle.
You don't have to use your focus.
I'm gonna use vocabulary, because that's the one I think I use the most anyway, and then, yeah. If I use focus, which I might end up using a lot in this battle, or the next one, then that would be useful, but I don't. Okay. Let's go in. We're going blind. Let's do it. It's gonna suck, but we're gonna do it.
Let's
look at all these dead
begin with a
bodies.
basic explanation. If you can figure out who done it, then I'll punish everyone besides the back end. Okay, well.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the
Oh,
victim.
yeah, I don't...
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Ooh, I know this one. Who the fuck is that?
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
I got it right
Kyoko's
now.
standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
The internet. How much Kyoko foot fetish porn do you think is out there?
No.
But is there ever truly enough?
I would say yes.
Of course you would. You're gay. But no, I'm actually curious now. I'm going to ruin my brain finding out after this video. I'm going to, like, cross-reference, and it's going to be like, there are 4,786 pieces. I'm like, yeah, that's probably enough. Like, God. I don't know.
Question is, how much of Fumi porn is there?
Probably 2 pieces total, if I had to guess. I don't know how popular Dangan porn is, and this is a fucking... This is where the stream's been so far today, and then we're over here now.
I'm going to tell you now, from what I've seen, it's kind of popular.
Well, yeah, but like they just did like a Rule 34 ranking of like every like what like the top franchises are in Rule 34, and Dangan's not in that top 10 as far as I'm aware. The top ones are like Pokemon and Sonic and MLP.
Yeah, because the internet was a fucking mistake.
Yeah, I've seen more Dangan porn randomly than I have those other kinds, because these characters look like generic anime characters.
Right.
So I'll have seen like a porn piece of them, and then I'll find out later that it's from this series. I'm sure there's porn I've seen of a character just today that I'll find when we're playing a V3. It's a V3 character. I'm like, who that bitch? Probably, because like that's how I found out that Chihiro was trans before the game said anything.
Yeah, we discussed that in
that episode.
Hero-centric episodes. But yeah, no, like even though V3 is the
Bastard child that no one loves, the redheaded stepchild, yeah.
The beautiful dumpster fire of the Dangan series, their characters are really popular.
I'm sure.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Jesus Christ.
You have a lot to say considering how stupid you are.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
For once, thank you, Byakuya.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
insert that meme of like that guy standing there going.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
I don't know how I feel about
Kyoko isn't the dead body. She isn't. Moving
Her
on.
traits?
like how big the boobalubas are.
The blue. All right. You're
I'm
Yeah, I
talking
forgot
about
about
her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
I forgot how exactly we fixed that. We did it here?
We're over at this.
In that case, I think it would be helpful
Yeah,
if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
A fucking bench.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
And they're just like photorealistic, pretty hands.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Okay, what would her ghost have the benefit of her being in the glass?
Yeah, it's just to fucking psych people out.
Like, we don't know any more information concerning Kyoko is dead or alive.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
That's not how burden of proof works.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves!
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm a
She was
ghost.
wearing
Interesting.
gloves before the explosion.
What you said.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely...
God damn it.
Absolutely Kyoko.
Shoot the capital people.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Thank you.
That
I don't know why.
Okay, then prove
The dead body wasn't wearing...
they got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well,
Almost sounds like she's
she
talking
must have been
about-
wearing gloves.
God damn.
Because that corpse is absolutely...
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Fucking hate the purple words.
Okay, then
You said they get worse lately.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Yeah, this is how
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing... Because that corpse is absolutely...
Motherfucker! That's gonna be wrong anyway.
Okay, then prove
The dead body
they got burnt up in...
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
I press X, not triangle. I press X, not triangle.
Discussion is idiotic.
I can't get mad at this game, guys. I can't. Otherwise, we will never see the end of it.
Okay, then prove
The dead body wasn't...
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
no.
Fucking finally. No, you're stupid.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
See, Hifumi agrees.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Mama figure.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
You think that bitch right there's a ghost. You won't get the talk.
Anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
I don't know why you're humoring this, and I'm sure Danny and Aaron are going to talk shit about this specific part of the trial forever.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
To identify the victim. Woo, I could just show the evidence to everybody, whatever.
Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Shoot! If Kyoko really is still alive,
Then who died? There's gotta be some way. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
That should have done it, but okay.
shoot!
Okay, let's see what the other yellow.
Kyoko really...
Then who died? There's gotta be. I don't think so. The face when there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body.
And there's nothing else we can do, right?
Oh, thank you, Purple Words. You're very helpful, and I love you.
Kyoko really... Then who died?
They're called what now?
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
I'm going to call them Purple Words.
Description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. We can't.
I guess if I can see if I could put her
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
For real, guys?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Thank you, Purple.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
Right.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh my god! I don't remember that line at all. God damn. Coco, that was so pocket.
I'm eating, bitch. Corner. Jesus. Now, yeah, that's probably a thing. I'm honestly 100% sure that that is a thing. But Jesus Christ, woman.
Corner, right.
You are the horny. I thought Hifumi was the horny, but you are the horny.
No, she has to become the horny after.
Yeah.
Seriously? You really did something that humiliating?
I mean, but it's also not technically incorrect.
She's talking stupid, Hiro. Don't acknowledge it.
Because the Fenrir Corporation or mercenary group, like, if you get your fucking tattoo, just prove that we're your masters or whatever. So yeah, technically, but also yes, but actually no.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden
idiots.
within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Well, really? Yeah. Fucking. There have to be.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Oh god, we got to go into a whole mythology. Yeah. Oh, that was his favorite game.
It could be worse. It could be. Jesus, this is the easiest one so far. Could be Chapter 2's Hangman's Gambit, which I will forever point out as the worst fucking thing in this
Now
game.
I understand.
Let me think of a word. What is the word?
The representation of Fenrir is...
Yeah, you're wrong.
The Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Yeah, no, it's so just so cool, guys.
And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been... What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised! surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a last trial?
Shunko. I don't know. She fucking fell and slipped on the knife. I don't fucking know. She was doing her Rey Mysterio shit. Fucking woo! Fucking slipped and fell on the knife. That's my guess. That's my official guess.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Indeed, she was
all it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Obviously, it's because she's a woman. What else would it be? She'd be out here.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
That's because she's not an important character, Coco. She was mentioned, dies, and that's it. She solves a mystery that we didn't give a shit about, and then dies. That's about it.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
I blame Hikaguro.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now, figuring out who killed
I don't want you guys
Mukuro
finding
is
out who I
first
am.
and
You can't find out
foremost.
that Junko Inoshima is the master.
I don't know why any of you guys would be joining us.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as
But he already knows the
possible.
Junko Collector. It was like one of the things he knew going into this game.
Yeah, it's one of the things that no one shuts up about. I also vaguely know who the mastermind of B2 is. I just don't know anything about her or the character.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
And then he's just known as Byakuya No Name in second game.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are...
One of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
I would not cross it out at this point.
Yeah, to be fair.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
I guess 17 if you count me and Junko as two separate. I mean...
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Here's the thing, though.
Did it? Who's the
He lied to you about the student count before.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
But still.
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah.
I love how you always talk about yourself in third person.
I
got it! Oh, fuck, I'm criminalizing myself.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain.
Allow me to elucidate.
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow
but didn't
down
we find
the
out
list
that
of suspects.
the fucking murder took place after the gym stuff?
Yeah, we haven't gotten that far yet.
Exactly so.
No, what is...
Better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want, somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it!
I just took a fucking
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's
when
right.
Toko went to get the pickaxe.
That's right, I remember. The body was discovered then, but it had to have happened after 7 a.m. because that's when the sprinklers turned on and the body wasn't wet. Wasn't wet before we threw the fucking water on. So that means it was after.
And you went to the, and you were in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So...
We're 9 o'clock, so it's probably not on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit. So I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh, yeah! Right around 7:30.
Oh, it's gonna be
I
hours.
remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Because if the murder happened after 7, she was out and about at 7:30.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m.
Yeah,
you don't have an alibi.
It was weird that she went to go do like a mule run on her own.
Yeah, even though everyone was super careful about making sure no one went anywhere alone. Yeah. Sprinklers is the answer here.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay.
Come on, well, stimulate that.
Shoot!
We've established a time frame that took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, thank you, bullshit. We love you.
Yeah, from 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder. So Makoto, if you have any objections now...
No, it bounced off a purple word that wasn't even there.
We've established a time frame that it took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
No, that's wrong!
No, it's wrong! You're stupid! You're stupid! You're stupid!
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Stupid. Kids are at the bucket.
I'm wrong? How?
You're acting all crazy right now, Toko. I can't believe it.
Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? dare you spew such indecent words?
Okay,
Jesus Christ, this woman! Corner again!
I was gonna chastise you for calling her crazy when she...
Well, I was making a gaslighting joke. I was saying that we were gaslighting her,
Right.
but
then she had to open her mouth and say this.
like, Jesus. First of all, okay, I'm derailing the stream again. First time was about porn, this time it's about this.
Which is also kind of like porn.
First of all, I have never in my life heard anyone call the vagina the mouth down south.
That's why that's a key.
Like, I can understand where it comes. This must just be a translation thing. What the fuck did the Japanese version say? Are you sure?
That's just...
But like, how does it? How did you get that from what I said? I haven't even explained it yet. I just said you were wrong. I just said you were stupid.
Well, she does this shit all the time.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
You were totally mortified.
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Jesus Christ, woman, go to therapy.
Man, you're totally wacko.
Thank you, hero. But no, this literally feels like a living embodiment of that one meme on Twitter that's like, Twitter the only place where well-articulated sentences can get completely misconstrued. Like, you could say, I love waffles, and someone will be like, does that mean you fucking hate pancakes? Like, no, bitch, I just said I like waffles.
They would drag pancakes out behind the shed and shoot them.
You really think it wasn't the sprinkler? You'd better tell us why!
Alright, she was passed out during this whole thing, that's why.
This is gonna be a battle? A bullet time battle? Yeah. It's been a minute since I would do one of these.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Oh, I don't have it.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me?
Yeah, that's what I do.
I hate you! No! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? How can you say
This should prove it.
This should prove it.
This should do it.
I always forgot that he voices Adrian.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why
I
it wasn't
fucking
the
spaced out during
sprinklers.
this entire section. Not because I was good at it, just because I was bad at it.
The
That's
top
like, what the
half
fuck
of the
is this
body
shooting
was
at?
wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body?
They only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so
You
sick
give
of
me a
her.
headache, though.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
I ain't no
while
dumb
the body
dumb,
was
I
still on
remember
fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess he had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Thank you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
I'd just like to say one thing.
You're all stupid.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
The question is, even if she was the culprit, she'd be saying she wasn't the culprit. You've seen this happen 6 times already.
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
This is true.
This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us.
Did, like,
Mondo had a reason. Not a good reason, but Leon did in what he would call self-defense, but in reality was hoping to get out of the school. But also, they all had reasons. Kyoko literally has 0 reason beyond getting out of the school, but she seems too enamored with the mystery of the school to do that.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
We've been blaming you since day 1.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
That's not, like...
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
I love how she hasn't spoke about this yet, and you're just all gonna accept Byakuya, aka known liar and manipulator, and guy who manipulated his crime scene specifically to make someone look guilty that wasn't. I trust his opinion on this. Are we gonna forget? What was it? It was Chihiro's murder, right?
Yep, Chihiro's murder. He did for Chihiro's murder.
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Jesus Christ, woman, but thank you.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
I guess that's technically true.
What are you? Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something
That's also
to keep it.
interesting. It was the part.
Not say anything.
Die? Yeah, probably.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp.
That's true.
And that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
I would know. I did it.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Oh, it's here for you look for the killer. No, I can't think about that right now.
That tarp bitch.
It was used the way Kyoko said. The tarp must have touched the body, right? The body.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Here it is. Okay. Okay. This is the moment.
We're not that far yet.
We're not that far yet? So she says many lies. Then I say, yes? Yes. And, but you are not going to confirm it tonight, which is why I have to not let this happen. You were really hoping I lose this, aren't you?
Well, I mean, if you do lose it, you kind of just... The village kind of says no, and then go back to it.
Well, no, because you really want me to lose to get the bad ending.
No, I'm just not going to tell you. Because
you want me to get the bad ending.
No, because if you actually get the bad ending, I don't want you to purposely avoid it.
I am going to purposely avoid it. I will do everything in my power to purposely avoid it.
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit that wants the mod. Yes, the good gaming experience is your good ending, yes. And you were actively hunting.
Dirty on one side because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Okay.
Shit!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty!
No, that's wrong! Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Which would also imply that this happened more recently than before the sprinkler went off.
Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
Flashback to be
If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
I love her big
Maybe
fucking
the culprit
stupid
washed it,
boots that
so
she
nobody
has.
would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage? What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
Oh, she spent 10 minutes looking over her cards, so that's more than she usually uses.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time.
Also, she's like this with every child of any film anymore.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The chicken. The cocks. They used the cocks to get the blood.
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
I would know chicken blood. I'm a vegan.
Chicken blood isn't chicken ours.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Yeah, okay, that is 5 chickens. It's just like the bigger chickens' tails look like smaller chickens.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? And then covered the body with its
I have to
blood?
explain this. So remember how we had chicken nuggets for dinner last night?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, just do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
That sounds like something Hero would have said.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
What do they do to the poor chicken? Do they
Anyway,
throw it to the
there's
giant
no
corn
denying
flour?
that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
How did you get out? What?
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
It's a chicken coop.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
This is also
the ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
Unless they, got on their knees and started to slurp up all the extra blood like a little thingy. Oink, oink, oink.
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No, it very much wasn't. We know this for a fact. I just made fun of it earlier.
I think so. Wait.
Was it in the old stream?
The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
No, I made a joke using this mask here. My Mr. Compressed mask. Booga booga. Then I said I was now Rey Mysterio, and now all I need is a backwards lab coat to really put the cosplay together.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Just making sure, because we didn't necessarily check it.
No, we had audio on the last stream and nothing changed since then, so...
Yeah, but
Then,
we also didn't
later,
save last
at
time,
the same
so...
time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes
also,
possible that the murder happened
line of
earlier.
thinking and be like, they could have done this to specifically just fuck with the time at all, and like, wasn't safe from judgment.
To pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult. Huh? They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time. Maybe. Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And then it's that one anime with like pushing the glasses, and she turns to the other, and so is yours. And he's like, what? It's that one frame from the UMVC3 when Phoenix Wright produces the evidence. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50
That's stupid.
odds.
You'll all die if it's wrong.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded. According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important, now that we have this knife, we're gonna do that.
Can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. You don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what do we do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
Oh, I see. She was trying to frame you from the beginning. She was the one that suggested you have the knife, and now all of a sudden she has all these things to discredit your alibi? Oh, that's pretty saucy to me.
Is this the knife we gave to Makoto? I've been stabbed in the back. Backstabbed, if you will.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I just omitted the truth, which is a form of lying.
Couldn't be sure what actually happened last night. Thought maybe I really did kill her.
Also, that would make no sense.
Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Thank you, Hero.
Well, your opinion doesn't matter, so like, fuck off.
Stoners don't count.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, and that seals it. Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Stab, stab.
Horrible man you are, Makoto.
Thank you, Toko. Your opinion matters very much to
The
me.
knife we found, it's the same one It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I have that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Okay, good to know.
Shoot!
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave
Oh, did
to
you disguised?
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I have that automatically with...
Well, getting stabbed is what...
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember?
Because I killed her.
The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
I would just use the knife to pin it to the body.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been pushed through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
That's true.
The victim must have twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. I mean, it is, but go off. Okay. The explanation of the body was written down for everyone to see.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Byakuya. What the fuck? Why am I catching strays?
I mean, to be fair,
So they wanted
you
us to
have to work
notice
there
the
to
stab
discover the
wound
bomb.
and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy
Actually,
any
no,
evidence
you
proving
discovered the
otherwise.
bomb with the rest of the crew,
Oh, hey,
and then when
I
you
have
look
a
back,
question.
you got the bomb was gone.
Kinda goes
So basically,
back to
everyone
the
but
thing.
Kyoko should be
Suspicious.
suspicious.
What's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
Yeah,
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle cause an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Jesus Christ. Our stuff's very
Go
important.
ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Beep bop, beep bop, beep bop, beep bop. Beep bop, beep bop, beep bop, beep bop, beep bop. To you?
Yeah.
I got it!
You got it!
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Indeed.
You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Note how Byakuya is standing off to the side because he's the mastermind.
It's part of the
Ew,
ball.
also look at Chucko with the legs. That's so funny.
Also, Jacob was
Yeah, he always does that.
Then the explosion was because of
Vanilla
the Monokuma bomb.
literally just like fighting something into his jacket pocket.
Anyway,
Or his sleeve
the
pocket.
culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Wait, this is later. Oh, water.
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that
Is everyone but Makoto.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
But also because of the fact that we don't know the actual time of the murder at this point, anyone's on the table.
Yeah, but they're not gonna talk about that because that makes sense.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Need a cup. Lincoln. Mickey Reggie. Oh, sorry, okay. Oh, it's just that one? Okay.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay. Shoot! I expect, like, I used the Monokuma file to prove the Monokuma file.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of them. There's only one
I have no
other
idea what this one is.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay, I'm stupid, I guess.
Shoot!
I don't know.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife. There's only one other.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Not that right.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay. Shoot! I die right now. Okay, cool.
I refuse to give up yet.
I'm just gonna shoot every single one of them at this point. I don't know.
Then shall we continue? The
There's only
victim's
one
fatal
option here.
injury
There's
has
no
yet to be
absorption.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Oh wait, I can't absorb anything, right? It would have to be.
Well, yeah. She was already totally
Yeah.
dead.
And it wasn't because of the knife. There's only.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was
There's
evidence.
gotta be an absorption then,
victim
because
had suffered
usually when this
countless wounds
Monokuma file
across
comes
her
up.
entire body. Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was already dead.
And it wasn't because.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Hit
The
on the back.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it
Oh, it's
wasn't
the other way. But that's the way.
That's gotta be it.
And more than that, the victim had suffered
It might be
countless
more.
wounds across
It
her
might be really
entire.
first.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be
The
determined.
explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Shoot! Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't
Yeah, I
kill.
love this part of the game, guys.
And it wasn't.
Oh
We
yeah.
have to compare the same dialogue over and
That's
over
gotta
again.
be
You
it.
don't
There
understand
was
the
evidence that
style.
showed she was.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be.
No, that's wrong.
As always.
Blue Girl died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Is this your definition of flirting, Toko?
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
They have the hot streak.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Think about the rest of it.
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Yakuya's privilege.
I haven't. Oh, let's find out. I don't know really what it is. Is it the titanium arrow?
I got it!
Oh, okay, that was...
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her.
Genius! Genius! Water's not on. Yes.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird. Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
Fucking do it for once, you little cuck. Make your arguments!
That was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master, you have no right!
I know what it is.
The titanium, it was in the dote, I have no doubt.
And it's not that I don't know what it
You
is.
don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must have been. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to you have no right!
Gets tiny.
The titanium, it was in the dote, I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, because it said the weapon must have been about. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Okay, I gotta aim where it's going, not where it's at.
The titanium, it was in
It's
the
a
dote, I
trap
have
whole
no
time.
doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, because it said the weapon must have been. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Cool.
You have no right!
The titanium, it was in the dote, I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must. It seems like an arrow would just be.
No, it's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
The faggot, if you will.
One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's
Please,
meant to teach cooperation.
please say. I hope Yakuya is the one that says that says the Martin line. Now Toko's the one that's gonna say it. One stick is weak, but you put them together into a mighty faggot, and they become strong.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Were you even listening?
I was not. I just heard faggot and just kind of spaced. Attack
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
See, they're down. Fucking ganked. Them paws go Alright, sorry for the intermission, we are back.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Not necessarily. We found a key in her room that you have the key to.
Yeah.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all.
Of course.
Then show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko.
Hey, I only like Kyoko. Please to say.
I think I know what the choice is. We'll see what once it happens, obviously, but...
The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is...
Nothing, because we can't say for sure if she was. All we know is that she may or may not have had a key to a locker in the dojo. However, because of the fact that Kyoko didn't even have a key to her own fucking room at this point, her having a key to the dojo means fucking little.
Right here. The key to the dojo locker.
Let's talk about this. We don't know when this time when the murder took place at all at this point. And the major piece of evidence that we have at this point was in Kyoko's room that Byakuya had access to.
One of our planets of Earth, yes.
Yeah, your friend's listening to you.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame this all proves that you are the true culprit.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Yeah, I want the pussy. Fuck off.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night,
I like watching you sleep.
You were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I make these square ties out of clothes.
Is that why I'm missing all the cross pieces of my clothes? Yes.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Does that mean she... Bitch.
Yeah.
She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. I still can't get over her square tie. Could that be when...
weird and dumb.
She named Kyoko. She killed
someone.
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
Yeah, you should know better than anyone. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it all mean?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
He would hide everything from you,
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya!
Master would never...
There's proof that you aren't. Is that what you're...
You stated that
You said I hid the evidence of my... and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct?
It's the other way around.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not the killer.
You should understand that more than...
Master would never...
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated that you said I hid
and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct?
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya!
Master would never hide...
There's proof that you aren't the...
No, that's wrong! If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
She's the killer, I forgot. Or something else. There's some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid out for us. Nice trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if it's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? What do I do? this is it. Okay, it is really just a yes, no.
Double no?
I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no issue.
Would run away, dude. I'm curious now.
There's some secret here. Something.
Well,
you just get,
does
like,
no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Well, I
see.
Fucking what else?
So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room.
Swiss Army.
Who else could it have been?
Could unlock her regular room, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, she
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
Hey, I'm
Of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone.
Well, someone had to put...
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them,
like
then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it.
The nighttime long alibi thing?
It had to be Makoto.
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden...
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial.
I don't like this. Go into the trap!
Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why... This has to be...
Gets like stabbed in the back.
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Test trials all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
I hate that! He's really, oh fuck, they're figuring it out!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because we were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote!
Voting time?
I have an idea. What if we just all abstain?
Abstain.
Abstain. Ooh, that sea is not looking pretty, very pretty. Here's all the nice coins you can't use.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I don't know if you want to call it the bad ending or just the alternate ending. I saw a frame from it, and I have so many questions.
Ask away.
The fuck? That's my one question.
I mean...
I don't know.
Hiro told you in his first recap event that yours and his children will be the same mother.
That is very true. And he is correct. I wonder if that's ever brought up at all.
Yeah, and,
yeah, if you don't know, apparently in the alternate ending, the non-canon ending, the bad ending, however you want to look at it, many years past, Toko dies of some unknown death disease.
Unknown death explosion.
Yeah.
She just explodes.
Is that true?
Is that bit? She just explodes.
Probably kicked him on Akuma on accident. Anyway, and then Hina becomes like a breeding sow, I guess? Because she has children with all three of the main men, Byakuya, Hiro, and Makoto. It's weird. I don't like it very much.
Yeah, they're not supposed to. It feels so off that you're supposed to, like, no, this isn't right, and then you get rewinded back to that
moment of choice.
Hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
And we vote for Monokuma because he's like super slick.
He's also on the wheel. That little sprite is so cute. I don't know.
Oh, I guess you're guilty. I guess you did it, and you just didn't know.
Yeah. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all your fucking fault.
I don't think Byakuya's convinced.
Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. No, this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm going to end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me.
Sorry, my tie was too tight.
I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I guess we're switching over to Kyoko.
She looks so goofy. I'm aware. And people consider it like the most brutal execution in the game.
I couldn't tell you that.
That's just vaguely what I've read. It feels like there's enough wiggle room for you to get out of this, Makoto, but...
Yeah, I don't know what's actually keeping them, like...
like, you think they would have to show, like, some chains or some manacles or something.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know what's keeping them, like, bound. It just, they don't show it.
It's really effective.
No, that's probably why I love it. Okay.
I think I do remember seeing something about this. Alter Ego is back! Our girl, she hath arrived.
Alter Ego is big.
Like, he's staying perfectly still. There's gotta be something keeping him there.
Viagra?
What? Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Hey, was that?
Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is that some stupid virus from that stupid girl? She must have planted it when she invaded my network.
I may be evil, but I respect Chroma.
Damn it all to hell! I don't believe this! It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that? Why did your voice change? Why are you blue?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. An itch. That stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Hey, you didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. A waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I didn't get to finish! I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you! Bring despair to the entire world!
Wow, I get it.
Is he gone? Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. The school stands at the center of the entire world. A second plane hits the building, so on and so forth. Hope's Peak Academy. Blah 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 blah, we all saw this, blah blah blah. Nay. What? Where am I? I got up with my head resting on my body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of a small morning class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't in classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah.
Okay.
Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream instead of a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream.
Oh, hey, look, it's the rocket that killed that one guy.
Indeed it is. What an awful smell. It was in a vast, dark cabin with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. There must be some kind of underground garbage pit. That's the name of my new band. I got a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I whisked away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after all my good friend went through to save me. I heard all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me. She very cute. She cute. She very determined too. She had no nose. She doing the Krillin. And she used the last little bit of her strength to do it. I hate the fucking misgendering in this game, fam, but this is 2010, what do you expect?
And again, we don't know exactly what Kurata's whole idea of
everything points to Chihiro being a trans woman, so I'm going to go with the point, because it's almost exactly the same as Brisket from Guilty Gear. Our lovely girl Brisket. Who?
Bridget?
No, it's Bridget, but people call her Brisket. But with Bridget, where originally they were a play on the whole trap femboy bullshit, and then many years later it's realized that there's actually a trans woman.
So you think that Chihiro is kind of just in the same shoes where
that if Kodaka if Kodaka decided to bring back Chihiro and do a different altered story or whatever regarding the characters of this game nowadays,
she'd probably just be a trans girl,
yeah. Because it's a product of its time.
Again, it's just a big debate stand of it. I guess.
I stand, and I'm sure it is, and I don't know what the popular or unpopular opinion is in this situation. I stand with my opinion that she's just a straight up trans woman and cannot change my mind.
Like I said,
maybe in the original Japanese she's not supposed to be, but I'm playing in English, so therefore that's the version I'm going with.
Like I said, I personally like the idea of her being.
That's a fair point, but I also feel like there's no evidence to point to it. We talked about this in previous episodes, but I just really feel like there's no evidence to that idea. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was start looking for a way out of here. What if it's that big fucking door up there? It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Well, I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. So I had to look around for some food. Plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Let's search for some water. Gotta be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm still alive, I'll never give up.
Seeing this disgusting trash fills you with determination.
Yeah. go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It's like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Well, not exactly.
It was a bunch of trash.
The crunch. What the? Any sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. It's a trash. So I watched the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Check the trash. Check the trash. I'm gonna check. Up the trash. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash. Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
This place smells awful. Why do I feel like I have noodle in my hair? Kyoko, you look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko.
I'm here to give you a noodle hat.
You got a bit of garbage in your hair.
Her face.
She gave her head a quick sharp shake to get rid of the trash and faced me again. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Ah, my favorite brand of water, H2O. Thank you. That's the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth making its way towards my stomach. That really hit the spot. I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that
it's like literally the one thing we do.
After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. We haven't hit the end of the chapter yet, and that's usually what we go for with these trials. I mean, how long have we been going is the question? Yeah, we're barely gonna hit 2 hours.
Okay.
Why'd you come to rescue me? To pay your debt. Yeah, to pay a debt. Or, well, no, to atone. Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew. I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew.
It was all
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. What the fuck was this? Was it just dead space? I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me, I'm just in the trash because you didn't save me.
Yeah.
No, that's what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life.
I mean, it's kind of true, but it's also mostly my fault.
You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you. But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
Because I want to.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. To do school things.
So specific.
What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did. Once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? First thing? Talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I was, how they say, shutting down. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
You mean you're not the ultimate zipper enthusiast?
I am. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because... I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. The mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean... Somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the Mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the Mastermind is actually one of us.
Correct.
What? Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? Mastermind. One of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around here. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit on what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the Mastermind. That was just intuition. Because you're
so
fucking lame and boring and stupid. But, I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the Mastermind.
Unless you were.
I understand. I should understand everything.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
What the fuck are you talking about now? Just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? I was reading your vitals and it said, no, bad times are happening. No, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right? Stockholm Syndrome, my boy.
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced.
Yeah, because much of the simplest work.
I think that's just her personality. Do I just talk to her again? Said you had a reason for doing all this investigating on your own, so how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything? I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I think I called that back in episode 1.
It's pretty obvious, honestly.
Yeah. Ultimate detective. And the reason I came to Hope Peak Academy. There was someone I had to find here in the school. I had to find someone who? Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. The headmaster? It's like cut to like a Scooby-Doo unmasked scene. The headmaster of Hope Peak Academy?
A character that had 2 lines before this.
Yeah. Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Blah, 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 blah. I think we called that as well, but I think that was also obvious.
As soon as she started getting all weird about him.
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Like as soon as Ultra Ego was like, oh hey, the headmaster might be the mastermind, or at least he's here.
Yeah.
Kyoko was all like, ugh.
Gross. Is Hope's Peak headmaster? That explains when Ultra Eagle told us how he thought how she had thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? Do you want my paperclip?
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when she said that, I felt strange.
Do I have to stick my paperclip behind her ear and press her nose?
Reset. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However,
but listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I stuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there? The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers jumped on the floor. Drawers on the floor, drawers on the floor, everybody get to the dinosaur. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything had been in there.
That's fair.
You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile, and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. So the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remember that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there. Once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So,
I can't explain it. You'll need to see for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. Really ominous. Am I just talking to her a fourth time?
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors. That's why I had no idea what was going on the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikosaba, doesn't it? Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you, either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial Mukuro Ikosaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew that they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope Seek Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. Makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound to the school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikosaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim? You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean when we flash back to Rey Mysterio for the 40th time? Yes, when we flash back to Rey Mysterio for the 40th time. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the God of Death. Right. Cool, thank you. Very important information to leave for the last few minutes of this stream. Just so you know, I'm in tune with the worldly circuits, and I can tell whenever anyone anywhere is supposed to die. And you are not supposed to die just yet, Makoto. You are instead supposed to live.
It's how I got Kira.
It's how I got Kira. It's how I knew Misa was actually Kira. Because I'm best friends with Ryu. I'm like Yagami. I just had my transition. Hush whoosh. What? I can hear the God of Death as he moves. He floats, and he likes apples. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this. Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. A Ku Klux Klan member, perhaps.
And I was like, oh, nah, don't let them racism.
Don't let them racism, indeed. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I wonder if Rey Mysterio purposely made you sick.
That's definitely a possibility. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. However, that wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the mass assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
I'm so glad they removed this reaction.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad. It's true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
Right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean? It means that the mastermind is the one who's being cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? Excuse my coughing, it smells like garbage in here. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
That's
I'm talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, when a second plane hit the building, and a third for the Pentagon. That's right, we're in 2002 at this point. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, Monokuma did 9/11.
No, Monokuma did building.
And the ultimate despair? The despicable group whose only purpose and motivation come from despair.
Indeed.
Then there, make no mistake, They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy.
All those characters you liked, they're Flash.
I don't know what the point of that. That name doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. Oh, a dildo. Okay.
It's even called the Dream Island Rocket.
It does. That does sound exactly what a dildo would be called. Okay, we have saved. And this is where we end the stream, guys. I was waiting for us to hit the eventual end of stream. So we'll see you guys in about a week and a half, probably, if not just a full week. And we'll see if we'll see what happens, guys. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the episode. Ciao, motherfuckers.